Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Flame My Dota, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a replay commentary with you. My recording program actually kind of messed up during this game, but I kind of thought it was a cool game because I thought we were going to lose, and I'm going to actually start playing carry. As you can see, I am an URSA in this game, so I am definitely going to be trying to play heroes like URSA and Viper more. At this very low MMR, it is very abundant to me that you almost need to play carry to play a good support. It's incredibly hard to win a game for your team with like a disruptor or an elder titan or something. With at my MMR anyway, I don't have the skill in this game to do it. So just in the beginning there, we did get their runes, and I actually ran to the side shop. You just saw I was gonna buy a quelling blade. I decided not to. That was the point of that run. As soon as I got there, I decided no, I don't want a quelling blade. I'm gonna have a razor. He's probably just gonna take away all my damage as much as he can. As you can see, he's not doing that. So maybe a quelling blade. I've definitely felt a few minutes in a quelling blade would have been value. I missed quite a few last hits. I miscalculated because I would have gotten a quelling blade in that situation right there. I just missed an opportunity. So I'm gonna just cut this up. This game was over an hour in length, so I'm gonna actually drastically reduce it to be under half an hour. I'm gonna show some key points, and just with what I chose to show you, I guess, you know, the idea is hopefully you can flame my Dota so I can get better. So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because my webcam's on one screen, my game's on the other, just so I can kind of talk through this replay commentary. I'm doing the webcam obviously separate than this replay in Dota. I'm just going to keep it on a player perspective just so you can kind of see what I was doing, and I'll kind of explain what I was thinking as I go along. And again, this is relatively low MMR. I'm in the 500 range right now. Herald 5 is my rank as of this video, I believe. So you're going to see me miss a lot here because I'm used to having the quelling blade. I wasn't very good at recalculating where I was, and I didn't buy it again because I wanted boots right away to kind of keep up with the Razor's movement speed. I thought he'd be taking away my damage a lot more, but he wasn't. Just skip to this next clip here. Let's see, this was when we tried to kill the Razor, I think. Techie's put down a bomb, and I was trying to bait him a little bit. So there's the link there. So I pulled him back here. He fell for it, and I really thought we could have gotten the kill, I guess, because I was on cooldown there. So we didn't exactly get it. Didn't exactly work the way we were hoping, but we did all get away. One of the reasons I skipped so much of this game, obviously a low MMR, you don't want to see all my inefficient movements, but I can certainly tell you I was running through the jungle a lot. I have heard other expert players say, you know, jungling is what you do when there's nothing else to do on the map. I definitely keep that in mind. Sometimes I do it because I don't know what to do next. So a lot of what I'm going to skip is certainly jungling. My last hits at the end of this game was like, I don't know, like the highest I think I've ever gotten, and that's because I jungled so much, because I knew if I could just get to a point, it was very hard this game, but if I can get to a point where I started to scare them a lot, then I could probably win it for my team. And you know, if you stick around for this video, you'll see how it kind of turned out. I think I kept the key points to kind of give you the general pace of this video. I think I did a good job here. This is a little bit of a longer clip because I wanted to show my laning phase. I went for Basie first because I need that mana regen, and then I'm going for Vlad's right here. I'm not sure if the Vlad's was the best move, but I felt like, especially in this beginning part, I really needed lifesteal, and I wanted the full Vlad's, basically just for myself. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have gone full Vlad's. Maybe I shouldn't have bought the recipe. I wanted to, one, to save slots, because I had the Basie and the mask there. So I figured I might as well go full Vlad's at that point. And this is part of the inefficient jungling Well, maybe not, because the lane is kind of pushed out. Maybe not at this exact moment. But, you know, I'm not sure if I should be talking the whole time, because again, this is relatively low MMR. I doubt many of you are going to find what I'm doing very interesting here. I think I pulled that wave pretty well. I didn't think I was going to get that one, but I did, so I definitely wanted to pull the wave back. This Lion right now is looking pretty ineffective as far as supports go, but I'll tell you what, he ended up to be very good. He didn't actually communicate, like talk very much, but we said hi to each other at the beginning of the game before the runes, so I know he heard me and he could speak and understand me, so that was definitely good, because at some point I was talking to him, I was completely silent most of the game, which again, I don't play carry, so I think that that was absolutely key. That later in the game you'll see, well, I guess you won't see, because you don't see my webcam as I was playing, because again, the recording, I wasn't even aware that the recording software like stopped as the game was loading. I played this whole game thinking it was recording, unfortunately. But you know, when I was communicating, you'll see him stick by me closer to the end of the game, and it made the difference between winning and not winning. So there's my Vlad, so now I can pretty much farm. One thing I know with URSA is, you know, a lot of good URSA players are gonna hit Roche as early as they possibly can. I did play a match before this with URSA, and I did win, but I don't know how long it took me to hit Roche. I think I tried around the 10-minute mark, and I think I had about the same items as I have right now. I definitely had the Vlads and the Treads. Sorry, wow, the name of those boots escaped my mind at the moment. But I had the same items I have now, pretty much. And phase boots, there you go. And I was not able to take down Roshan. So at this point in the game, based off my last game, how I was feeling, I was like, you know what? I don't know why. I can't take Roshan right now. Maybe I didn't skill correctly to take him. I was mostly just kind of following the guide, like as the talents were popping up. I kind of felt like as the guide was telling me to put points in, I was like, yeah, you know, let's do it, because I didn't, again, I don't play carry, so I didn't really know what else to do. So we're just, right now I was looking at the map. Here's the next clip here. So that was just, I showed you some of my little farming decisions, but here I was communicating, hey guys, let's take out Necro, he's getting too strong. He's, you know, look at there, 6 levels in front of me, so I'm glad Dro and Bristle definitely showed up here. One thing with my team, they all did. They didn't always listen, but in situations when they were close by, they would respond. Because at that moment, I was like, guys, let's kill him. Let's kill him. There's 3 of us here. You know, he's level 14. Our other mid, who played mid? It was Dro. Yeah, I think Necro outplayed Dro. This clip here was an initiation here. I forgot how much armor in total they buffed Crystal Maiden with. She just keeps getting armor added when she's ulting, and that slipped my mind there, because usually I'm not carrying, so there's definitely some stuff to get used to. So they pretty much team wiped us there, I guess, except for Dro. She got out of there and ran back to the fountain. At this point, I'm just kind of thinking what to do. I should, I guess, maybe be looking at the enemy's items a little more. I definitely recognize that with myself, but here I wasn't feeling too good. I'm like, wow, 30 minutes, I'm like, this game's over. But you know, Dro showed up a little bit there. She got away from that. Spear Breaker canceled the charge on her there, but they kept attacking out, so they didn't have very intense tower pushing heroes, at least not right here. I'm not sure where Arc Warden was, so I remember thinking, now, please, he didn't show up, thank goodness, let's go jump on them. Guys, let's jump on them, we got them. You know, so I remember saying that at this point, so I didn't see Arc Warden. Well, he was at bottom, he didn't come, so there's a clutch stun from Lion. We got 2 kills there, and we're going to chase down the 3rd here. So that was definitely good. The fact that Arc Warden wasn't with them to help take down that middle tower, I think absolutely helped us. I mean, that was probably the reason they didn't take down the tower, because Arc Warden is actually pretty good at taking down towers from what I've seen, and the one in this game was very good. I don't really know how to play Arc Warden, but I've had one on my team in a past game. I'm not sure if that was one of the replays I actually posted before this game, but if it was, maybe you've seen it. If it wasn't, sorry, I really don't remember. But this guy was on level. Like, he was a good Arc Warden, and one bad decision I feel he made was not showing up to middle with his team. There was a bunch of little mistakes like that their team made by the end of the game that ended up costing them the game. So right now, because they're all alive, I don't feel safe. You know, I got the Diffusal Blade, as you can see there. I got my Blink Dagger because I'm skipping through time in this right now, and now I have my BKB. So some inefficient farming. They kind of made their way to bottom, started pushing. I was in the jungle, so I showed up here, as you saw. I took out their Razor, which was great for me, and I guess you could say, guided that Necro there. I had Dust with me because the part that I skipped, the Spear Breaker, I think got away from us maybe 3 times. He kept running in and Shadow Blading, and nobody was buying Dust. So I mean, at this point, I absolutely had to buy Dust. It was just so frustrating. It wasn't even a question anymore. I had to buy Dust. Over here, yeah, Arc Warden was pushing the top, so just nothing special. I just cleaned up top and basically ran to their jungle, and then they were responding to our team pushing top. So I was waiting and kind of choosing what I was going to do here. I decided to go for Spirit Breaker here, use the Diffusal, and then Crystal Maiden showed up. She was really focusing on me, I have to tell you the truth, she really was. And here, because I had my BKB, I chose to man up on her. I get the kill, and then I'm like, you know, I'm out of here, because there was 3 other guys top, and I just barely get away. I wasn't sure if I should get Blink. I think the guide I was looking at didn't have Blink in there anymore, because Ursa's movement speed is now really high. But this game, because I knew I needed to keep away from Razor best I could, I knew that, you know, on that 3-second cooldown once you're hit, I was going to need Blink for survivability. And this right here, I ran back because I saw Techie's bomb by the fountain, and I remember thinking, you know what, if somebody TPs, I'm going to get them. And lucky enough, it was Crystal Maiden. She was stunned and I killed her. So little things that, you know, you'd be surprised if you're a low MMR. Watch the YouTube videos of better players, watch the coaching sessions that those better players post of them coaching other people. It will absolutely change the way, and it's not going to make you a better player. It's not like I mean, it's not going to make you a better URSA player, like if you're bad at last hitting or if you're bad at stuff you need to practice at. It's not going to make your physical gameplay better, but it'll get your mind going. Like, I chose to go to that fountain, I got that kill off something I heard off a coaching session. You know, I had a heads up play, I saw the mine there. I knew which 3 players were, or the players, sorry, their teammates that were in the lane. And, you know, it was a little bit of luck too that it was Crystal Maiden that got stunned there, that I could kill that quickly. So it's just a little thing, but it's little things like that. So here, you can see me ping, because I thought that Spear Breaker was there with a Shadow Blade, that's what set off the bomb, but it was lying with the creep, so I just go back to my farming, and this is a little bit longer of a clip. So here, you see my cursor there. I'm like, am I gonna change out this this Desolator? It's not really feeling great, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. It gives me damage. And the reason I bought that Desolator too, you're gonna see my items jump because I'm, you know, skipping through time. But the reason I bought the Desolator, 1 for Spirit Breaker, 2 because I was like, I gotta run at Crystal Maiden and destroy her when she ults. And you can see I put the Vlads in my bag now, because I'm at the point where I'm like, you know, I really don't feel like I need mana regen and lifesteal. I was thinking I'm going to sell it, but I'm like, I'm not sure yet. I honestly felt like at this point in the game I was getting more value out of the dust from Spirit Breaker. And lo and behold, there it is right here. So we could still see him there, but I popped the dust on him there just in case. So I mean, that was he had Shadow Blade, and I'm guessing he wasn't really watching our items, because he charged into us and we had dust. So, and this is exactly what I bought the Desolator for, so that actually worked out. So at this point I was like, okay, you know what, I'm definitely going to keep the Desolator. I'm gonna push out mid. Arc Warden was doing a very good job of pushing. As you can see, our bottom lane is okay. I'm working on our middle, but Arc Warden had that top lane pushed in pretty good. And our team is responding, so I decided to keep going middle. I did see Necro behind me, and I actually got, sorry, I was pointing at the screen, you can't see. I got caught in between creeps there, that's why he caught me, and I was just like clicking, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a creep behind me and a creep in front of me, and I guess I gotta look, if you want to look at that again. Like, I couldn't move, I was trying to, but I couldn't. For some reason, my brain didn't register blink. There was no sense of urgency, and there should have been. I don't know why, but either way, he didn't kill me, as you can see, so I was a little lucky. This next scene here, I saw him go ward top, so I decided to blink right on him. And the little delay in me is because he popped that move, and I was very slow to react just to run in front of him. Like, I know I keep saying it, but I don't normally play carry, so I didn't even think about running in front of him. This is all me trying to adapt to playing a character like URSA. Normally I play like a support Wind Ranger, Elder Titan. Although I don't think I've posted videos of Disruptor yet. I play Disruptor too as support. I play support. And you know, I'm trying to adapt to playing a carry on the fly, so you're going to see me make a lot of bad decisions. Even here, I saw Razor took 91 damage from me, but I didn't actually look at my damage. So I'm like, oh no, I'm down 91 damage, but I still have 136 damage, as you can see. Like, I shouldn't have ran away. Like, in hindsight in the replay, I can see that now. It's such a, I guess you can say a newbie mistake. I mean, I didn't even see at the time, but now I got my full damage back with the plus 92, so I jumped back in here. And Crystal Maiden was really focusing me, but you know what, at this point, she had no chance. It was a bad fight they took. They stayed a little too long, in my opinion. You know, with that blink, I actually I catch Arc Warden here, and because I knew he was going to get to the fountain, I popped my ult, and I just take. I don't even think he tried to fight there. I mean, what was he going to do? And that was basically it. I see that he buys back, so I'm like, okay, this is a good chance to push out that top lane, because if I didn't get this out, he was just going to go back there and push it right to our tower. So, again, I don't know. I'm still learning how to play Ursa. Was this the right move? Let me know. All I knew was this lane had to be pushed out because he was focusing on this off, well, his safe lane, our off lane, pushing it right down to the tower. So, as you can see, Dro was up there trying to cut the wave, but Arc Warden responded, so I guess maybe my assumption was right. Now we see him back. He flashes there near the bristle. This bristle, he was, for a bristle, he did not feel strong, even into the late game. I don't remember what his record is, but I'm going to show the end of the game there. And against this team, I really feel like Bristle could have done a little more. I'm not sure why that guy walked into me. Maybe they were communicating, I don't know, but I took a couple shots at him and I blinked away. I had a feeling Spirit Breaker was going to charge me too, but at this distance he really didn't have a chance. I popped the BKB because I honestly thought that would have stopped him from stunning me. I guess it didn't, so that was a little bit of a waste. But you know what, I got away. This is a little bit, I guess, inefficient. I'm also kind of trying to think what to do. So a lot of my inefficiency is thinking, okay, let me look at the map, let me look really slowly, where could they be? Where does it make sense? These are things I'm thinking during the game, and I'm not sure if I'm making the right decision or not. But now I decide to go middle because I figured, okay, they're probably top in their jungle, just let me push this in a little bit. Dro's there, hopefully she doesn't get caught, but she's a great lane pusher. The person playing Dro on our team, I've seen some terrific Dros that push lanes. This person that was playing Dro was very scared of their team. They did not push lanes very much, and it was frustrating. Throughout the game, I was like, come on, Dro, you know, not being toxic, just, you know, communicating, listen, Dro, help me push these lanes because it's me running around. Here, this was close because it was literally had bare seconds left to the BKB, and that CM was good. They waited to go invisible. They didn't just go invisible. They waited for my BKB to for me to pop it and go up to them before they went invis. And because my dust was in my what happened to the camera? There we go. Because my dust was in my bag, which I don't know if they saw or not. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. But because my dust was in my bag, I couldn't pop it. I just decided to run back, like super inefficient. But here's where You notice now I have a heart. I did end up selling the Vlads, and here my cursor's on the Desolator. I'm like, you know what, this isn't feeling value anymore. I can't keep dust in my bag and a Desolator just to kill Crystal Maiden. Even though the Desolator does help with Spirit Breaker and Razor, I'm taking a lot of time here. So one of the things that I have seen on YouTube is, you know what, even if you got to be inefficient, stop and just think, do it. Now, obviously on a pro level, this thinking happens much, much faster. But at the 500 MMR level, this is me just thinking like, what can I do? And I end up selling the Desolator. And I end up buying a Lincoln Sphere. Nope, there's the camera again. Why does it keep doing that? Alright. I end up buying a Lincoln Sphere. I figure, you know what, if Razor tries to take my damage, that'll protect me. If Spirit Breaker tries to ult me, that'll protect me. If Necro catches me at low health, you know, and it's up, and that can protect me. So I figured, you know what, there's a number of ways that Lincoln Sphere can be value over the Desolator. I do enough damage. And that's basically what they took another fight here, their team, and that Crystal Maiden, I don't know if she thought I saw her, but she took off, froze me. I really felt like she was trying to focus me this game, but now that I have my Lincoln Sphere, I'm feeling a lot more confident. I'm looking at my 4100 HP, I'm looking at my almost 200 damage. I don't remember what I was thinking at this exact moment. Was I going to help bottom? Then I changed my mind because Dro TP'd, I think that's what was going to happen. The Necro, yeah, I remember this. Necro crossed the river. Okay. I think at this point I told Dro to be careful because Necro was also crossing the river. Although Dro just killed Arc Warden, I believe, right? So at this point I'm like, we need to go straight to the wall with this. Like, we need to push this now or never. You know, Spirit Breaker isn't here. Arc Warden isn't here. I wasn't sure where Razor was, but I was thinking I could probably get away from him before he kills me. Now that my BKB's up too, I was feeling maybe a little too confident here, and I wanted to show this because this is the kind of stuff that can kind of ruin the game. Like right before I blinked in, I guess I didn't see Necro quick enough. Had I saw him behind me, I might not have gone in on a Razor because I didn't expect to kill him. But you know, once everyone came, I knew it was time to get out. I popped the BKB, tried to get away. Couldn't get out of range fast enough because of the slows, and you know, needless to say, I'm obviously gonna die here. But you know, I wanted to show that just, you know, I definitely should not have been pushing that alone. And after I died, you know, I was like, hey, you know, I skipped time there, but you know, I was like, Dro, man, you should have been with me. We might have been able to defend better, and you know, everyone was pretty good. Like, we communicated respectfully, so there was no toxicity. This line really stepped up. Although I'm skipping most of the game, if you were to watch the replay of this line, he did kind of step up. That was a big thing there. They still haven't gotten our middle tower. That Arc Warden is back in our off lane, their safe lane. I really think this is one of the things that lost them the game. That Arc Warden just living in that lane, in their own safe lane. He could have been middle again with his team. If not the first time, this time they definitely, it's at half HP. He could have taken that tower, but instead, you know, I skipped time again. That line held them back, actually killed that Spirit Breaker, as you saw. Now I'm alive again. We rush down the middle, and we're getting kills now. I'm not sure why I ran back there. But basically, you know, Lion gets another ult kill, which is huge for his finger, of course, his ult. So this is just a bad team fight that they ran into because we had all 5 players here. Their Razor was late, their Necro was late. Spirit Breaker died first, and this guy went in Viz. I was just pinging, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I got a little excited. I should have just ran back here quicker, but I guess no harm, no foul, because we took down Razor very quickly. And Arc Warden got away right now. So it was mostly a team wipe. I'm like, guys, let's get this middle tower down. You know, don't worry about the other lanes. They're out far enough. This was really, well, it was actually before this. I really started trying to communicate better. Like, okay, hey, can you go here? Hey, Lion, do this. Dro, do you mind doing this? You know, at this point here, I was like, let's go on the Arc Warden, and I ended up taking him down for the team wipe, momentarily at least. And their mid tower is still alive now. Arc Warden bought back. Okay, so let's start here. So, Necro bought back. Okay. So now I see the Dro TP in with us, and I'm like, okay, we can take this. So I jump on. This is where the Lion was like really clutch, because he was just basically attacking who I was attacking, and I really felt like when I was on cooldown, he was stunning them, and which absolutely helped, because it helped me get where I needed to go. It helped me do the damage I needed to do, and this Crystal Maiden again was just on point, and still only me carrying dust in my bag. But I looked at this a few times. I'm like, I just absolutely cannot. I cannot just keep dust for her. So I mean, actually blinked out, ran around the jungle, and then she was actually middle lane, and I just killed her there. So pretty easy. Spirit Breaker very smartly here cancels his charge. And we're going to take down their barracks. And this was absolutely key, because now at this point they're coming at us one at a time. And that Crystal Maiden dying really allowed us to push, because a lot of people were scared of her. One of the reasons I got rid of Desolator and I stopped running into her ult is because it was abundant that my team, anytime she would ult, my team would run away, their team would run into it. And that's one of the things that would kill me. So even though I probably could kill her in the end of that, the fact that my team was running out of her ult, which they should, because they didn't have BKBs, and I was the only one staying against 4 people, maybe 5, was the reason I decided to get rid of the Desolator too. It just wasn't value. At the end of the day, I chose to change up my items. You saw I had Vlad and Desolator. I got rid of that for a Heart and a Lincoln Sphere, and I really think it made the difference. And I really think it contributed very largely to this win. I really feel like this was a good win. I didn't think we were going to win at some point when they were attacking our middle tower. I think the second time there, I was like, oh, you know, it feels like a GG, guys, man. It was a good game. We played well, you know. But then, you know, we came back and they didn't take that middle tower, and I'm like, guys, I think we can do this, you know. And then somebody, I think, said, we got this. It's late game, URSA. You know, and then I actually got some confidence, and I was, I didn't feel powerful most of the game. I knew it was going to be a tough game because they counterpicked me with Razor. I think I picked URSA 3rd or 4th. I don't remember, it was 3rd or 4th on my team. So they counterpicked me pretty hard with Razor. I didn't feel strong because Crystal Maiden, I was more running away from her once I got rid of Desolator. And even with Desolator, towards the end, the reason I got rid of it too, I noticed, I'm like, well, if 3 or 4 of my teammates are going to run away when I'm here fighting, I need to run away too. Like, I can't stay in the middle of 4 or 5 of them, because I'm just going to die even if I ended up killing Crystal Maiden because of the Desolator. It just wasn't working well. So yeah, the Bristle was 12 and 10, as I was mentioning earlier. I think he wanted to commend because he got 25. I'm not sure. He got 25 kills. Assists. I think I actually got 3 or 4 commends this game. You know, I was kind of worried, and usually in games when you're like, okay, hey man, can you, even if you're polite, people just tell you to shut up because it's pub Dota, right? At a very low MMR at that too. Maybe not higher MMR, especially when you're nice, but low MMR. Oh, camera focus. Low MMR, you're gonna get reported for absolutely everything every time you talk. So the good attitude from everybody on my team. Even when I think Bristle was frustrated. I think Bristle himself felt squishy too this game. He did end up getting a little mad, but nobody flamed each other, and I think the attitude was another reason we pulled it out, because we were listening. And at the end of the day, hey, it all worked out. I ended up clicking. I was obviously way over average because I don't really play carry, so hey, that's it for today. What do you guys think? Flame my Dota so I can get better at carrying.